everyone. Alright, so we got the FX Dreamline here. This is the valve video I was telling y'all about. I said I would do. That was my mistake for not putting in the first videos. Anyways, this is the older style action. This is actually a brand new action, never been in a gun or anything like that, just a blank action. I just installed the valve real fast just to show you for this video. So here you go. Go a couple different angles so you can see that valve real well in there. That's the valve holder. Takes a 3mm. Just go the hole in the middle there, right there. It's actually an Allen for a 3mm. Just gonna break free, just like that. There you go. And well, I didn't want to fall out, so let me go get a pair of forceps to go ahead and pull it out. Alrighty, so I got my pair of forceps here. As you can tell, I've got a couple notches here for valve seats. I actually have a larger model of this that has longer, I guess a longer nose on it, so you can get really down in deep, tight places, the really far valve seats and stuff like that. Make it a lot easier. I have that for sale on my website. It's still still in the design phase, but whenever that's done, it will be available for sale. I think they're $15. Anyways, just gonna reach down here. There you go. Getting a little dark, but just grab it, pull it on out, set it down to the side, and then use these notches right here to open up. You go past the valve seat, you open up and you pull out, and it catches on the back side of the valve seat and pulls it out. That way it doesn't damage anything on the valve seat and helps it get it out. So, and open, and there we go. There's your valve. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to put it back together real fast. So the easiest way, I think I showed this in the video, but here, you put it onto your valve pin, you get your spring on already, take your forceps, and you grab it on. Actually, we're going to do it this way. We're going to go into it. Oop. Hold on, gotta come out of camera real fast. So basically what you're doing is you're guiding the valve pin through the hole with the valve seat already on it, so that when you're in there, you can just press down. On the valve pin. And there you go. It's in place. You can see in the hole there. Do a couple different angles. And now, see, I can remove my valve pin. The valve seat's still in there. Just put that down. Got my valve holder here on the end of my 3mm still. And again, we're going to keep it flat like this. Go in. And line up the threads and thread it on. It's kind of tricky to thread on sometimes. Once it cross thread, make sure you don't do that. But once it does bomb out, you're done. There you go. Sometimes people might put just the smallest drop of Loctite onto that valve holder. Make sure it's an extremely small drop. You don't want any Loctite on your valve system or anything like that. And that's just to make sure that valve holder stays in place. But as long as you've torqued it down, not super hard, but just hard enough so it stays in place, it's going to stay in place. It's not going to back itself out. Alright, so that's the original Dreamline action. We're going to go to the new Dreamline action that has the longer valve pin. Alright, so here we have the new Dreamline action, and it's got the longer valve in it. As you can see here, it's a lot different than the other one. So you may ask, how do I take this out? You might see that little divot right there. All that is to help you so it doesn't get stuck. But actually, again, we're going to use these hemostats right here, or forceps, how you want to call them. And you don't have to have these special grooves on them, actually. It's just a leverage type of thing. It's going to require a little bit of strength, so just open them as wide as you can inside the mouth there, and it'll pop right out. It's just held in place by 2 O-rings, just like that. You can set that down. Looks like it came out while I was removing it, but there's a little spring seat. It's the same that's in the Royale and the Crown. See if I can grab it here, get back in the camera. There we go. Little top hat piece. People like to call it, looks like a top hat. Hold it like that. That normally sits, there's an O-ring right here, just like the Crown and the Royale, and just sets right onto that right there. Alright, and then you've got your valve spring right here. Fell out this time, luckily. And then we've got your valve pin. You just grab out just like that. And then your valve seat, which pulls out just like the last one because it's actually the same valve seat. All it is a longer valve pin, and this gives you a little bit more plenum space. It's just a little bit of a plenum, as well as gives the valve more travel, so it can open wider now. Alright, so same thing as before. It's going to be a lot easier though with this long one. You can actually do it by hand. You just fish that on in there. Keep the valve seat on it. There we go. Trying to see if you can see it. A little bit of light here. I don't think I'm going to be able to show it. Oh, there you go a little bit. You can see down in there, the right down there at the bottom is where the valve seat's going in. I'm just going to take that, and you can feel it pop into place. It's good now. See, I can remove that, and the valve seat's still down there. So just put your valve pin in place. Make sure it's fully inserted. Then we're going to grab our spring here. Slide it on. Then we're going to take our spring seat. Make sure that lines up with our spring. Get that on there. Get the first O-ring in. Then we're going to line up our little ledge here with that. And that's what that also does. It helps line up your spring seat so it stays straight and your valve pin never comes crooked. And just snap it right in place and you're good to go. This one is way easier, and there's no way for it to pop out because the valve pin is actually not making direct contact with this. There's never enough of that tension on that valve spring to push this out. And even so, all the air power is coming in right behind this. All the air, the tank, or I should say actually the regulator is right here, right next to it normally. But still, all that regulated pressure is pushing against this right here, so it has just as much pressure pushing against it than it does pushing on the opposite side, pushing this way, so it's never going to move. You don't have that problem anymore. Alright, so that's the new Dreamline, and this was the old one. As you can tell, the clear difference. There's the valve down there, and there you go. Alright, have any questions? Let me know.